and welcome back to the Movie Club Emporium. And this week we are talking about the new uh folk horror film Hokum, which fun fact is a word used to describe bogus. This is the new film from Damien McCarthy, the guy who brought us the Fantastic Oddity from a couple years ago. I don't think it was it last year or a couple years ago, and then of course Caveat before then. And this is a new film. This is a kind of a big one. Put out by Neon, and starring Adam Scott, which I know most people will only think of comedy. With Adam Scott, stuff like Step Brothers and Parks and Rec. However, my first foray with Adam Scott was as a very deranged Frenchman in Hellraiser Bloodlines. So he has his horror roots. Anyway, this is a new film involving kind of a little bit of like Irish folk horror, as well as being a quite interesting little movie. So I know a lot of people online have been talking about how this is the scariest movie of the year. Um, and while I did enjoy the movie a lot, I mean, I really liked Damien McCarthy stuff. I loved Oddity. I thought it was such an interesting movie that kind of came and went mostly because it was just on it was like a very small theatrical window and then was immediately on Shutter. This was actually getting a big theatrical release. Again, thanks in part to Neon acquiring it, but this movie feels very. I would not say it's an all and out. Um, it's not the most terrifying movie of the year. However, I would say it is one of the better horror films that has come out this year. It's very much more of a mystery drama with some very scary elements, and I will say there are quite a few scares in it. Um, that are well earned. This what's funny is watching it. Two things came to mind. The first being that while this is an original piece, just the way it feels as if this is an adaptation. Like if you were to tell me, hey, this is his adaptation of this novel, I would 100% believe you. It feels very much like an adaptation. And I mean that in the best way. And then secondly, it also to me this is up there on that list. And it's a very small list of really great haunted hotel movies. And that may be why this one kind of has that novel esque feel because two of those movies are based on books. The Shining, of course, and then 1408. Not a lot of The Shining. I was feeling 1408 mixed with a lot of Ty West the Innkeepers. However, there's a lot more characters, there's a lot more human interaction around the supernatural elements, but the way it kind of unfolds this mystery definitely felt like the Innkeepers, which I will always sing the praises of. It's I love I'm a huge Ty West fan, and I think The Innkeepers is highly underrated. It's a fantastic haunted hotel movie, with some genuine scares in it, and this is really, really good. And Adam Scott does a really good job because he is playing a character, uh, who definitely goes through, um, a lot. He starts off the movie very kind of dickish, um, and then as the mystery of why he's in Ireland, what's going on, everything begins to unfold. Um, it really is an interesting an interesting story and arc. I'm trying to be very vague because I really think that this is a movie that you should check out. Like I said, it's not something that's going to just like scare the pants off of you. There are some frightening images. If you watch the trailer, the weird like donkey monster eyed like goofy eyed thing. It's used very well because on paper it sounds kind of goofy and also kind of ties into like the goofy looking rabbit thing from Caveat, which is also kind of creepy, but it's used very well here and ties into the story, so I won't get too much into it. But um, for as many moving pieces as this story has, without if you watch the trailers or kind of look at it on the surface, it feels very isolated. With just a guy in a haunted hotel, but there are a lot of moving parts in the story that I feel like, for the most part, are those threads are carried out very well. A really great cast, um, and some really genuine, uh, creepy vibes. And I'm really glad that we are still like in a an era of folk horror. I've always been a huge fan of folk horror, but it's a subgenre that like movie snobs and stuff like that you hear we'll talk about, but it's not a big mainstream subgenre. There's not a lot of like regular YouTubers are ever talking about their love of like what's the nuance of Christopher Lee and the subtext of Christianity in The Wicker Man. Like that's not a big talk, but stuff like that. And where we are getting some modern day folk horror with this, and again, Oddity was that way as well. Um, they're remaking Terrified, which I think was I can't remember if it was uh, it was Argentinian or Portuguese. It's a foreign language, foreign film. We had Oz Perkins' Keeper from last year. And I love that Neon is kind of picking these movies up. Neon's ever since the last few years, Neon has done a fantastic job of kind of being, it's that kind of that 1A 1B with A24 as A24 kind of branches out into other genres instead of just doing the regular horror stuff. Speaking of, the Witch is another tangent on folk horror, but all in all, I do highly recommend Hokum. It is really good. I would try to get out and see it if you can. And I think that it's a film that will surprise you if you go in expecting like a big, super scary, super intense film. I think you will be slightly disappointed, though. It is a very well made, fantastic story of a movie with some horrific elements that, again, when finishing the movie kind of felt like finishing a book. And kind of that like, that, this, we have finished this story. Which is a feeling I like. So take that for what you will. Next week, I know the big one again. I'm gonna preach about it all month long. I know the big one coming up is Mortal Kombat 2, and you say, Jason, when are you gonna talk about Mortal Kombat 2? And I say, look, internet, we're gonna. However, we're not gonna do it simply as a quick Sunday review. No, no, no. Make sure you are here at the end of the month where Nick and I will be doing our May live hangout. And we're doing the Mortal Kombat franchise. We're talking all 4 live action movies plus Mortal Kombat Legacy, the short-lived internet Mortal Kombat TV show that starred Michael Jai White, because of Spawn and Black Dynamite both tell you to watch this 13-minute like 13 episode Mortal Kombat series that was made online. You do it. So we'll be talking about that and the original 2 movies and Mortal Kombat 2021 as well as this new Mortal Kombat. So make sure you join us for that next week. The plan is either depending on which one comes out, because I don't have anything in front of me right now. is I know Passenger, which looks very creepy. I'm super excited about that. And Obsession, which looks like um could be fun. Maybe a more serious take on one of my low-key favorite episodes of Tales from the Crypt. Although I don't believe this movie stars Meryl Hemingway and Andrew McCarthy. But there is a new take on that story. So we will see one way or the other. There will be a new review next Sunday. And then again, join us at the end of the month. We'll be talking all about that for Mortal Kombat. Make sure that if you enjoyed this video, this review, make sure we like, subscribe, do all the things that the YouTube elder gods ask you to do. Help us get to triple digits in the year of 2026. That is our goal. Right now, we are at 69. Nice. So, as much as I would like to just stay right here, let's see if we can keep on growing. And until next week, when we're back with a brand new review, I will see you guys next time. Bye.